Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And this is back again with the Game Changers on our YouTube channel. The whole idea of the Game Changers playlist is to inspire you to become your own coach. And it's very important that you understand that it's 10% nutrition, 10% workout, and there's 80% of mind programming. And I can say that very confidently because, as you know, my story has been where I have fought a major fire accident and I have done the world's longest aerobics marathon for 26 hours nonstop. None of this would have been possible if I did not use the power of the mind. And today we have somebody really special on the call. We have Rajeswari who's here. Welcome, Rajeswari, to our channel. And thank you so much for being, thank you, really and truly, thank you from the bottom of my heart to come in here and to share your experience. So, Rajeswari, tell us, where are you from?
I am from Delhi, been here for the longest, born, brought up here. All my education, my professional education career has been here. I'm a lawyer by profession and I work in a private organization.
Awesome. And what have you always been into health and fitness?
I was into sports since my childhood. Once the graduation part started is where the focus diverted more into education, etc., and the fitness somewhere to the backseat. But all along, I was I was a healthy person as such. So much so that 10 years down the line, post my graduation, is what I'm saying. I took into trekking, and I was really into trekking, nature treks, etc. Loved each bit of it. Journey was very good. My fitness was nice. Then 2016 happened where a mishap took place, which sent me into a spiral down. And that took me about 2.5, 3 years to bounce back, partially, so to say, with much of physio, etc., sports aid, etc. I did gain my strength to the knee and I started walking. And but that was really not enough. Of course, my coach, my fitness trainer did help me to that extent, but that really wasn't enough because I was not my usual original fitness levels, right? So this is how things were spanning, and then the lockdown happened. I would say initially I thought it was a setback, but now when I look back, it was really not so. It was a boon in disguise. Starting March till January, yes, I struggled with no direction or dimension as to how I'm going to get back into my fitness. I did whatever I could. I belong to a South Indian family where emphasis was laid on doing your own self. We didn't have help needs, so everything was at my end, and that really helps me get my fitness, so to say, flexibility in place to a great extent. Thankfully for that. January happened, 25th of January, by chance. I'm not a Facebook browser at all. It was on that day, I just happened to open it. The first thing that flashed across was the WhatsApp group class. I was about to just turn it off because I thought it was just another. I'm candidly speaking this because that was the mindset I was in. There was so much of information floating. I didn't know which one to believe and not to go. Then I paused and I just read what was written there. It resonated because I had been to the gym. I knew what it takes, and that 1 year I did, and what all I had to go through, good, bad. So whatever was written there was 100% correct. So that resonated, and then that prompted me to just go for it. I just asked myself, should I take this chance? I took that leap of faith. And then 25th of January, I started my journey with the class. And by the time the fifth day approached, I knew my body was responding to it positively, which was a big breakthrough. All along, I thought I would never even jump or do anything with my knees. I had not sit. I had not sat cross-legged for 3 years, and I am speaking the truth here. Because of the Patelo syndrome that I had, it was impossible. And that 5 day class, I was careful because I was not doing anything random. They was there guiding, at every step was going on what you should be doing, should not be doing. If you have this, that symptom, so that was making utmost sense to me. So I just followed what was being given to me. I did not become over enthusiastic. So I survived that 5 days beautifully. And by the end of the fifth day, I was in constant touch with one of the volunteers of DINAZ community, Hiral, a beautiful human. She just handheld throughout wherever there were doubts. And then she came up and she said it was Thursday, and she said, you should look into the aspect of the membership. So I asked her the details. She gave me the details, and I was sure I'm going to get into this, but I was not very certain that I'm going to settle at silver for some reason. My mind had already gone into the aspect of mind programming because I had read through that brochure. Hiral also told me what it is all about. And that's where I thought where I belong to and I should take my step. But I honestly, bottom of my heart, I admit it was a quandary. I did
What?
take it was confusion. I was in a quandary. I took about good 1.5 days after speaking to Neeral. I reconnected with her because she was the closest I could relate to. She's been here for 1 year, and she just said, at the end of the day, you just have to see what is it that you want out of this. And then I took that 1.5 days and I sat back and I just asked, what is it that I want? Was it exactly the health and fitness or the trekking that more important? Or was it more than that? And it took me a while, but I got my answer. Fitness, which I later quote here, unquote, these days, health fitness is a byproduct, which is how it was. Because once you think from your mind and you set to it, set the goal, it is everything and anything is possible, is what I realized over a period of time of these 3 months. So at that point in time, I again took the leap of faith. It was not as if I had a crystal ball coming and telling me, but I did take that leap of faith because something prompted me to do so. And I joined the Diamond membership. Now, Diamond membership was to begin with I was lost to begin with because there was so much of information with silver, gold, diamond, never exposed to this kind of an environment at all. But again, for the first week, let me be very honest here. First 1 week, I thought, these modules, I'll look at it later. Let me just attend the membership sessions, which I did. But what I realized was then Hiral prompted me again. She said, you just go through that. You may just see a little difference there. Because I said, I'm not able to follow anything. Because I joined somewhere in the middle of it, somewhere middle. So then I started going through the silver. I went through the entire thing, and let me be very, very upfront. It made absolute sense. It was like a practical and a theory session coming together. Unless you go through that theory, this practical is only there to 50 to 60%. You complete the circle only when you go through that because that is when it starts hitting you what she's saying, what he's saying, and what 2 plus 2. That is how it happens. And that's exactly how it proceeded for the 30-day challenge of the Fitathon. Without that 4-week module, whatever he was telling is all there for you to grasp. You will grasp 20% of it, 70 will go out of the window. That 70% comes reinforcement only when you go through those modules, because what she's saying there is given there. You read it, when you hear it, it reinforces everything. Then comes in nutrition. As she rightly put it, it is all about you going back to your roots and taking it all along, and which makes more sense. Mind programming is my best part of it. We have those mastermind sessions. Masterminds are breakthroughs in itself. You just have to be open and receptive to it. Absolutely. There are days when I'm not receptive. Those days I will just sit there and listen. I may not take it, but days when I am receptive. For instance, there was a beautiful session which we had on forgiveness. It was so powerful that those 5-10 minutes of the meditation really brought about a lot of things to forefront. It is not only that you have to go through a particular problem or an issue. When you have a community of about 60, 70 odd people, you're talking about a whole range of experience, right from your teacher who has had this 30 years of experience with about some 60 odd people from various myriad areas of profession and life. When they share their experiences, it goes to show that you don't have to make the same mistakes again and again. Be wise enough to listen to them and grasp it, and so that you make your life much more better. That's when absolutely the mind programming hits you. If you are in a position to be open, you receive it and you imbibe it. Slowly, gradually, I'm doing it. I am not saying whatever I'm saying, I'm able to do it 100%, but in some way or the other, I'm doing it. For example, I'll take a very small example. They always said, you waited so long, just don't be impatient, just go with the journey. Don't do anything stupid so that, it just takes you 10 steps behind. Uh, I met with a sudden, unexpected muscle spasm. I don't know how it triggered. I have no idea. It just happened. It put me into a back burner. That day when it happened, what I did was, for about half an hour, I had no medical aid. I was gasping for breath. The only thing that I did there sitting was, I did a breathing exercise, and I just did something which we were all along asked or said, coached to do, do your affirmations. I just did half an hour. I did that affirmation that my affirmation was, I'm flexible and I'm allowing life to flow through me easily. That half an hour, I went through terrible pain. I did. But I did not leave that affirmation. I did that breathing, which I do, the yoga exercise, breathing. For half an hour, it was pain there. Then it started subsiding. No, it did not get all right. But that half an hour told me that it is not something which is fatal. You're not going to die. So be hanging there. Just do whatever is required to be done on a positive mindset, and things will fall in place. For about 3-4 days, life was a misery. We did not know what it was. But slowly, gradually, again, the membership, the community helped, came forward. They said, there is nothing to worry. You're going to be fine, because we have doctors there as well. So, and they suggested a few things which I followed. And by the fourth, fifth, or the sixth day, and I don't know, in that group I wrote, within a week I'll be back. I don't know. I had no clue how it's 1 week. I just made my mind it's going to be 1 week, and next Monday, I was into the fitness. Sunday evening, I did the archive. I could not join the Monday morning exercise, but Monday evening, I did one of the fast burn aerobics, and there was no pain. So net, what I'm trying to put across to anyone and everyone who's hearing me here is, your mind you have immense power in your mind, and as Deep puts it, it's a subconscious, very powerful. It's tried and tested. You don't have to question something where somebody has traveled that far, will not bluff you. You have to just believe in the journey. So just believe in the power of your mind, what you say, what you think, what you translate into actions is all has to be very cohesive and coherent. If that is in sync, everything falls in place. And right now, sitting here as I speak, it has just been 3 months. To talk about statistics, January 25th to March, I was 65. I lost about 5 kgs. And
Wow.
yes, I did. Over a period of January 25th to March 15th, let's say, I had lost about 5 kgs. How it happened, it was over a period of time, because I did not go about checking my weight, which was something which I started only when I started off with the Fitathon. So March 1st, I counted, and then this is all it was going. But March went, April, I did the Fitathon. Yes. April, because of this 5 kg loss, I was super excited. And somewhere I thought that, oh, is it that easy? I think that is where I made the mistake. You have to go slow, okay? So April, I met with this injury. April, I lost 1 kg. I gained 1 kg. So right now I'm at a status quo of where I was in March beginning, perhaps. But that is perfectly all right. I did my modules. I did everything which I could, but for reducing the weight. But having said that, now I know for a fact that May, when I'm going to do this Fitathon all over again, I will have my target in place, and I would have met it. It's not that difficult, is what I figured out over this period. So far, so good. And yes, I am looking forward to have those results met. and go back to my, the visualizations that I have. I have visualization of myself, and I hope to reach there by May and by the end of the 5th on May.
Fantastic. What is the biggest mind breakthrough have you got since joining the Diamond?
Mind breakthrough was there was always a side of me which spoke the positive, but there was always another side which spoke the negative, which was a chatter. What helped me was to control that chatter to a very great extent, because whenever a negative thought would come through in terms of, let's say, since we're talking about weight loss, anything related to weight loss, I would cross that out. At some point, I would say this injury that I had was a result of my fear of having it, which I attracted, which also was a blessing, because now I realize that what I think and what I am going to say will have a very positive impact. So I do not say anything negative now. Even if it is there, let it be so. Let me just continue with my journey. Affirmations and what I think has been regulated to a very great extent. So that has been good. Yes. And thank you for that.
Thank you. As you can see that the masterminds are getting more and more powerful, more and more intense. And as I'm evolving, people are evolving as well. As I'm evolving in the coaching, people are evolving and getting the breakthroughs. And if people can implement and take away even 1 point and implement it in that week, as I said last night, that itself will be a big breakthrough for the week for people. So really, Rajeswari, you're on the right track, and I can only tell you that take it step by step. Giving up has never been an option, and the physical injury is nothing compared to a mental injury. So you're working from the mind rather than from your body, and that is the biggest and the deepest healing that you can actually go through.
Perfect.
What kind of advice would you give the viewers?
Exercise and health is as important and essential as you breathe. You cannot get out of you cannot survive healthy unless you exercise. When I say exercise, it's not about only the physical exercise, but it involves a mental exercise also. Because so physical exercise combined with a mind programming kind of a session, which is more required for a mental rejuvenation, is very important. Whatever you do, these two, if you reinforce it into your life, nothing is impossible. Weight gain is nothing. It can be easily shattered. And with that, you can also shatter a lot of other things which one would think is impossible in life. And you stand as a live example. I mean, nothing more to be said beyond what you have achieved, truly. So yes, I'm just adding to whatever I have seen and over the past 3 months. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rajeswari. It was a wonderful, very inspiring story that you have shared with all of us. And for all those of you who are watching out there, if you're looking to start your journey as the way Rajeswari did with the 5-day WhatsApp class, I want you to just go click on the link in the description below and join the 5-day WhatsApp class. That way you'll at least just get to know how you get started at the DINAZ Fitness community. And I can only assure you that the journey, as it has been for Rajeswari, the journey for you also will be absolutely mind-blowing. So thank you so much once again, Rajeswari, and wish you all the very best. And I'll continuously see you in the mastermind sessions, in all the sessions. Thank you once again, and bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.